One of the things we've looked at in this number topic has been factors, and specifically how to find the highest common factor of two numbers. The easiest way to do this is to make a list of all the factors of the first number and then a list of the factors of the second number. So if we look at all the factors of 36, we could have 1 times 36, 2 times 18, 3 times 12, 4 times 9, 6 times 6, and that must be all our factors because we've reached the same number. And so we could try it again now for all the factors of 60. So we've got 1 times 60, 2 times 30, 3 times 20, 4 times 15, 5 times 12, and 6 times 10. Alright, and we're done on all our numbers on this side. Now what we have to do is look through both lists of numbers for the highest number we can find that occurs in both lists. You can see a 12 here and a 12 here. Can't see any numbers greater than 12, like in this list, the 18 or the 36, that appear in the blue list. So that means that our highest common factor of 36 and 60 is 12. We've also looked at the lowest common multiple. So multiples are like the answers to the times tables. So we could look at all the multiples of 4, and we'd have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, etc. And then we could also look at all the multiples of 6. So we'd have 6, 12, 18, 24, and so on. Now there's so many numbers in this list that would match up because they're the same, but remember we are looking for the lowest common multiple. So we are looking for the smallest number that occurs in both lists. Well, there's no 4 in both lists, there's no 6 in both lists, but we have a 12 in both lists, and that's the lowest number that occurs in both. So the lowest common multiple equals 12. We've also looked at the order of operations. So this tells us that we have to do the brackets first, then the exponents, then we can do dividing or multiplying, and we just work from left to right for those ones, and we can do adding or subtracting, and again we just work left to right. So let's look at an example. In our example, we need to do the brackets first. So we need to work out what's in the brackets, but leave everything else the same. So we'll leave 2 plus 4 times, and 4 minus 6 is negative 2, all squared, leaving everything else the same. The next thing we need to do is the exponents. There's just one exponent here, and it's on the 2. So we need to work that piece out. Negative 2 times 2 gives me positive 4. Sorry, that should have been negative 2 squared. So negative 2 times negative 2 gives me positive 4. We leave everything else the same. And now we look for our next step, which is to do any dividing or multiplying. And we just work from left to right, doing the dividing or multiplying as it occurs. So we leave everything else the same except for that. Oh, look, here's a multiplying to do straight away. So we have 4 times 4, so we've got 16, and we'll do this in 2 steps here to make it easy for ourselves. And now we see we've got a division to do, so we'll work that out as well. 2 plus 16 divided by 8, well that's 2 minus 3. And now finally we've got our adding and subtracting, and we're just doing it in order from left to right. So 2 plus 2 is 4, minus 3, our final answer is going to be 1. And to be really perfect about this, we should have an equal sign that goes from line to line, showing that the line that follows is the same as the line above. So our final answer, after all that working, is 1.